And now to our wonderful friends from Hoxworth Blood Center. Great to have you here. If you didn't know, January, I'm told, is National Blood Donor Month.
Yes.
So tell us who you are and what you do.
Yes, so Ashley Smith, Public Information Officer at Hoxworth, and I'm with Todd, who I just met, well, just found out about this week, but Todd is well deserving of Donor of the Week and then some, and he's one of our wonderful donors that we're honoring this month.
So a couple things. How long have you donated?
25 years.
Wow, how'd you start?
I started the afternoon of 9/11.
No
Yeah.
way.
I was downtown and I needed to do something that I felt would be positive. So I went over to my friends in Hoxworth, waited 4.5 hours to donate, and their team was fantastic because there were still people outside waiting to donate.
You
So
know,
that's
how
when I
wonderful
started.
that you remember what you were able to do to give back on a day that forever changed our country.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the other nice thing about it is we discovered, because of the donation, that I have a very rare blood type. It has a coating that is very helpful for newborns. So I give every 8 weeks.
Good for you. So what is that type, can I ask?
I'm A negative, but I have an antigen, which is a coating on my red blood cells. And for some reason, and I don't know why, I have this. And it's great,
Interesting.
but I would not have discovered that.
Wow, how critical. So
Right.
you then know when you need that. You can reach
Exactly.
out to certain donors. Is that how that works?
Right, if we know that there's a patient in the hospital that could use that certain type of blood, we call on these donors who have a rare blood type. And like he said, it goes more than just the A negative. He also has this extra antigen. So we would call on them, and they typically respond really well because, I mean, it is special. This blood coursing through his veins is a little more special than yours and mine.
Right.
In fact, Priscilla called me 2 days ago, and I'm scheduled for Monday.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, we have a little blood donor video because I don't think people realize this is a tough time of year. You really need donors, don't you?
It is. You know, January, right now, we're starting to see the temperature fall back to where it should be for January. So the weather has a big impact. Cold and flu season. We had a blood drive recently that a lot of folks weren't able to come because they weren't well. That happens a lot in January. So nationally, it is National Blood Donor Month, and we use that as a chance to call on our donors, whether they are regular donors like Todd or new donors, to come in, because this time of year we really do struggle to get those donors. But as Todd is explaining, at our local hospitals, there are still patients in need every day, 365 days a year. So we need those donors to come in, and new donors are always welcome. Bring a buddy, and you guys can do it together, and maybe it becomes a habit like it has for Todd.
Well, it's interesting because if you look at the statistics, less than about 5% of the people who can or who donate blood, you know, the other 95% are not there. So those 5% are supporting the community. You're one of them. And one of the things we say is if you can get someone new or pass on the generation or get your kids to do what you do, it makes a difference. So you brought some props because you said that you explain what you do to your family.
I did bring some props. We have 4 grandchildren, 2 8-year-olds and 2 soon to be 5. They don't live in town, but they were here over the holidays. So after Christmas, I sat them down at the kitchen table and I said, I want to talk to you about a different type of gift, the gift of life. And
wow, what a great grandpa.
And so what I wanted to do, I had to make it tangible. So I put this on the kitchen table and I said, I have donated 14 gallons over 25 years. And then I brought all the pins for each gallon, had them read off the numbers to make it tangible.
Can you flip those pins so we can see them? Or Ashley, let Ashley
Okay, there you go.
So the pins you get for what?
Each gallon.
Oh, okay.
So there are 14.
You pretty much could cover your sweater. And then when you explain that to them, we know when people vote, for example, the biggest indicator is whether or not your parents voted. So I imagine that's a big way to impress on them that as soon as you're old enough, you could do this.
I wanted to make it tangible for them, and my 8-year-old granddaughter immediately said, I'm going to donate. And I said, why don't you wait for a while?
I think you have to be 16 with parents' permission.
You got it.
Yes, indeed. But she was all in, and she made an interesting observation. She said, so all of those people have a little bit of you in them.
Wow.
Which I thought was a very nice observation.
What a smart girl or boy.
Well,
yeah,
she got it.
Yeah, it was a girl. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's put up a few things. I know that when you donate, this isn't why, but when you donate in the month of January, they'll give you some cool swag.
Yeah, Todd says he likes the promotions. It's not the reason he donates.
Right.
Yes.
So what is the swag?
So the swag this month is a UC vest, and on our model there, it is really cool, and you can layer it. We've seen a lot of folks doing that, of course, this time of year. And then into spring season, you can wear that to all of your favorite events. But that's what you're going to get this month. On MLK Day, we do have a special. Of course, MLK, it's a day of service, a day of giving, so why not give blood? So we do have a special blood drive at the Freedom Center on the 19th. But if you go to any of our neighborhood donor centers on the 19th, you're going to get a Kroger card, and you're also going to get that Kroger card at the Freedom Center. Free admission at the Freedom Center on that day as well. And then, you know, if you can't give on the 19th, if you just want to give throughout that week, we actually collect a code. You can mention MLK Day at check-in and see how many people actually came out and answered that call of service that we would like everybody to do, not only MLK Day, but, you know, throughout the entire year, and create that Hoxworth habit again in 2026.
Yeah, I love that that has become a day of service.
Yeah.
So we're going to put up a number for appointments, give you the last word. So just from your heart, what do you feel when you are able to bless a baby or give like this?
Oh, the feeling is a very wonderful, positive feeling, because I know I've helped somebody. I'll never meet these people. That doesn't matter.
Right. Well said. Yeah. I always say it's the lazy way to volunteer. You can only do it once every 8 weeks, and it only takes about 45 minutes. That's my story.
It's
and I'm sticking to it.
relaxing,
Yeah.
calming.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. We appreciate your story.
Yep.
We appreciate that you,
Yes.
you know, give our community what we couldn't live without.
Well, thank you, Liz.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you, Liz.